remember also in history, if you remember Muhammad Ali, if we also remember Hitler, if we remember the thousands of Jews that got killed in the camps, that's all part of our history. Think about what these people did in history. Think about what was the outcome. For every cause, there's an effect. Think about all of these wars, all of this hatred, anger, bitterness. Is it worth not knowing your neighbors, not knowing who you are, not knowing who they are, not loving anyone? Think about that in history. What made these Europeans take over the land for the Indians? What made people enslave other people? What made these events happen in history that changed us? I mean, for a lot of things in history, a lot of us have seen the good and the bad that comes out of war. But there was always war since mankind walked on earth. There was always war. War in the Middle East. We got war in every country you could think of. There's war, or rumors of war. It's like history is, we're repeating ourselves, what our ancestors went through, because this is history. All of this, think about the seasons as they change. Think about daylight savings time. Think about the hungry people in the world. They're hungry people in history. We have hungry people today. We have people who are in mental institutions. Back then we had that as well. We had people who are poor back then, people poor now. People who committed suicide then, they're doing it again. What has changed in history that we have seen that has made a big impact? Is it technology? Is it who we are as people? Is it the times? What could it be? Think about it. If anything changed. What makes a person a mentor? Think about that, because in history they had mentors as well, if you think about it. So what makes a person a mentor? What makes a person who they are, the way they are, how they are? Is it their environment, their characteristics? Is it their personality? Is it the parents, grandparents? What is it, or who is it that changes a child's view? Is it the environment that he sees or she sees? Is it what they see on television, what they hear, rumors? You know, in history, rumors were flying then, rumors are still flying now. That's always going to happen, especially when mankind walks this earth. There's nothing new. If anyone ever heard of a saying, there is different sayings, but there's one saying. There is nothing new under the sun. That is one of the sayings. Besides, you don't have to listen to what people say, the way they say it, how they say it. Think about this. If they don't put a roof over your head, food in your stomach, clothes on that bag, does it matter? That's what people should have learned in history down the line. So think about it, people. We live in history. Every one of us is living proof that our history will live on. That's history, baby. It's always history. Every time you take a step, when a child is born, everything that happened in your life becomes history. No matter what it is. You've become what people will call historically the events in your life. You're a history book that's walking. That's what history is about. Think about it.